died a total of 3 times. Actually, in like
It's pretty good.
they crushed them. I mean, yeah, Team Unknown isn't really the best known team, haha, but still, like winning so convincingly versus anyone just um sets up just just like describes you very well, tells
Yeah.
everyone who you are. eHome, they struggled. It's not like they took those games away from envy easily, away from fighting pandas. Like they lost one, and for a reason. Like when they don't have the best draft, they can struggle quite hard. But they are in their comfort zone. They have Fate Beyond's Shaker. One game he did, well, better than the other, but they have the Invoker now too, which has been denied from them the whole first series.
Yeah, I am pumped about this as a somewhat Invoker player myself. Always happy to see Invokers coming out, and I guess we can't overlook the fact. Again, I'm not as familiar with this roster, but maybe Xingqiu could play as a support. I would expect it to be in his hands.
Yeah, I think it's something that they will roll on mid too. It's possible to play it on position 4. I guess that's one of the reasons why they picked it so early on. Because if you counter him super hard, you can always just demote him to position 4. Just buy an urn and run around in Ghost Walk, whatever. Tornado, Cold Snap, PMP, that's good enough. But I think if a team is so scared, like fighting pandas were, that they ban Invoker 3 times in a row, it's most likely because it's some crazy core player like 897 playing it. I think that should be the reason. On the other side, TNC, they get their Elder Titan, they get the Gyrocopter too. It's already looking really sweet for them. Elder Titan, they love to play this hero, and with Gyrocopter too, they're really good. I was actually expecting something perhaps like a Night Stalker coming from them, as they love to roll that Night Stalker on that position 1. You know, the Aghanim's and whatnot, it really works really well for them. But no, they go for the Gyrocopter and home. Interesting, they go for the Treant Protector.
Yeah, that's a little more unique as well. Treant Protector, I mean, what does Treant bring? Maybe a little bit of map control, but the idea, of course, tower defense, pretty good. And this isn't the strongest sieging team on the side of TNC so far with their opening, so you can mix that with this armor constantly healing up towers. Certainly could make it very difficult to do objectives for TNC. But yeah, unique support pick for eHome coming out.
Definitely a unique support pick, which should be played on position 5 as Shaker +3. I don't think that's really the best lane to have. Versus Gyro plus Elder Titan, let's say. It wouldn't work. Gyro, if he gets another support as well, something different, I believe he's completely fine versus Shaker and Tree. Obviously, there is the ace invoker on that mid lane who could have those sunstrikes that come in handy. Oh, all right, Zeus. There we go.
Yeah, there's already 2 Invis potential heroes on the other side, so Zeus does feel pretty good here for that alone. But that's a snap Drow pick. Okay, eHome clearly has a game plan in mind.
Yeah, Drow is a hero that's been picked up more often recently. So I'm looking forward to seeing just how well they'll be able to do with her. I think this is also a carry that is underpicked at the moment. Well, definitely not underpicked in my pubs because every single game I have Drow in it. It's disgusting, to be honest. Like, just you can give that aura to Invoker, to your ranged cores, obviously, and to creeps even to push in, and it's pretty difficult to deal with. Alright, this pretty much sets the pace for TNC. Beastmaster will be able to bring that early aggression to them. Also is a hero that deals with the tree and, well, doesn't deal with the hero itself, but deals with the trees, and he has nowhere to hide. As you use those axes on level 1, you just clear the trees, and Tree Protector suddenly can't hide himself and can't harass you as much. So, pretty decent pick. matter that you have living armor. There's just too many instances of attack coming from different units.
Well, there's also the enhanced damage from the Elder Titan for even the Zeus. It's just a nice mixed damage lineup, honestly, right now too. It is more magic focused, certainly in the early parts, but yeah, Elder Titan's gonna enhance that coming out. Yeah, I really like what TNC's putting together, as unique as it may be. It's something. Yeah, go ahead.
Wait. Was that Kotal last ban? What the hell just happened? Wait, Kotal went through. I wasn't paying too much attention after the first banning stage. But dude, Kotal went all right. It happens, I guess.
Well, TNC doesn't respect that hero, apparently. They actually let Unknown pick it up both games in the first spot there, and obviously they just ran them over. So yeah, they're not maybe as sold on the hero as others are, but yeah, that's crazy to see.
Interesting they ban out the Kunkka. I was actually maybe thinking that they might pick up something like that. But no, they go with the Night Stalker. Back to it. I was thinking maybe this game they won't, but why not? I like the Night Stalker here too. I think it's obviously a very fast hero that once he gets on top of Drow, she's unable to run away. And once he gets that tag in MC, most certainly will be doing that all the time. We'll see who plays it. I guess it's Gabi again.
Do they? We mentioned, do they support this Invoker? I mean making him a support, because I'm looking at this lineup right now, what they're up against. This does not feel like a good Invoker game at all right now.
Yeah, it can be very difficult for him. By the way, I'm thinking this is Gyro mid, Zeus and Elder Titan 4 and 5, Beast offlane and Night Stalker safe lane, most likely. So that Invoker will be playing versus Gyro. And now this can kind of go both ways, like on the mid lane. I think it's skill-based matchup. Invoker definitely can take down Gyro. Same can be said for Gyro. You have these heroes that can rotate in to help them out. Treant obviously doesn't even have to rotate in to help out Invoker, so it can go both ways, but it's about the gameplay afterwards. Like you have a core Invoker and a core Drow versus a Night Stalker.
That's my point. I don't like it. It's I really think they need to force support Invoker if that wasn't the plan here, and pick up another mid hero, maybe a beefier presence, something like that. DK doesn't necessarily sound awful, but just something else. I would hope.
Enchantress.
All right, that's something else. But yeah, that's an offlane edge. Basically, why? Okay, let's think about this. Why would the offlane edge be good here? If it is the Night Stalker safe lane, which it most likely is, Enchantress shouldn't really suffer there, and they don't really have a lot of damage versus her in the laning stage at least, so she could take over. Later on in the game, they do definitely have damage. They have mixed damage, so you can't really, like if you're Enchantress, you can't just go for one build and hope and think you're fine, because if you don't get that hood, perhaps Tims is going to be the one that takes you down. Armel in the laning stage could deal with her, but most likely will not play against her. He'll be mid with that Gyro. They could send Night Stalker mid and Gyrocopter safe lane, but I don't think that's really great for them. It won't really work out too well. So interesting pickup by Fabian. Interesting that they go for Ench. Later on, Gabi with that AoE silence can deal with her impetus obviously too, and with the passive from KP, they can hit her to through the untouchable. So last pick Ench, very interesting. Also leaves them Xingqiu, Earthshaker, and Treant Protector supports 4 and 5. Very awkward duo of supports too. So.
It's not often you see a supporting cast both melee and all the core's range. That's what we have this game.
Yeah, but the good thing of this Enchantress is that she benefits heavily from the Drow. So you have Invoker who will benefit from the Drow Ranger, and then you have Enchantress. You have these two ranged heroes that do get buffed up quite heavily by the Drow Ranger's aura.
Game 1. Winner of this series again goes to the winner bracket of the playoffs. Loser will have a decider match to decide if they get to also go to the winner bracket or bounce down to the lower bracket eventually. It's on the line. Tips come